Seriously, Frank? Listen, buddy. Listen. You can't be here right now. Can't be photobombing. Okay, we're gonna start, Frank. Frank! Today we're gonna do favorites, you guys. I have in front of me so much skincare. I have hair care, I have makeup. I haven't done a favorites video for a couple months, so I've been kind of collecting my favorites, actually since before I filmed my last favorites, because I was already testing out some of these things, but I wanted to give them a little bit more time. If you're new here, my name is Penny. I'm a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon, and I'm super excited that you're here. I hope that you will subscribe before you go, and I also hope you'll follow me over on Instagram. I post kind of day in the life stuff. I do, of course, skincare content over there, lots and lots of skincare content. I do lifestyle stuff. It's just a really fun platform. I'll link my Instagram in the description box and I hope you will check it out. So I want to start with skincare. One of my favorites, and you will recognize this, is the U Beauty products. I have been talking about these now for a couple of months and I've shared them on Instagram and I've shared them in countless places, but I wanted to reiterate my love for them because they are absolutely a favorite. Probably my favorite of all of the products that I purchased from U Beauty is the Resurfacing Compound. Now this is like a gel type consistency. I'll try and show you, hopefully you'll be able to see. It's like a gel type consistency. I just put a couple of pumps in my hand. I work my hands together and I quickly move it all over my face, down my neck, down my décolleté, and I get the backs of my hands. And what it's gonna do is it helps to retexturize your skin because it has some alpha hydroxy acids in there. And then it's also gonna help with brightening your skin because it has some sodium ascorbyl phosphate. It has some really potent antioxidants in there. It's a lovely cocktail. It definitely does help to brighten and retexturize your skin. When I first was using it, I felt like I noticed a difference within the first week that I was using it. I felt like my skin looked brighter and definitely looked retexturized. That was the first thing that I noticed. Now what I'm noticing with longer term use is that my skin is looking brighter and brighter and brighter. And I am noticing a reduction in my hyperpigmentation, which is one of the things next to puffiness that is my biggest complaint about my skin is hyperpigmentation. So this has been fantastic. It has not been irritating to me at all. It is subtly hydrating, but it certainly isn't something that I could give up a moisturizer or anything like that. But it is subtly moisturizing. So when you first use it, you notice that your skin immediately looks better from being slightly hydrated on the surface. It's beautiful. Now, the other product is the Super Hydrator. I also have talked about this one. This one comes out like, I'll put it here, like it looks like a kind of medium viscosity lotion, right? But when you work it into your hands, it turns into a serum. It is a trip. It's a very, very interesting kind of texture to it. And what I have found, and if you watched my AM routine, you would know this, I have to put it in the palm of my hands. I work my hands together until I feel it get into that kind of serum consistency. And then I put it on my face, down my neck, and usually onto the back of my hands. Now, the Super Hydrator has like 5 forms of hyaluronic acid. They have this technology that they have patented, I believe it's already patented, called Siren technology that has to do with the delivery of the ingredients in these products. And I'm exploring that more. And when I understand it better, I will report back about Siren technology, but it does have all kinds of humectants in here as well as moisturizers. So it's not only going to hydrate your skin, but it can trap that hydration in your skin, leaving you with less water loss from your skin. So it's a beautiful, beautiful product. Now I use it kind of like a serum because I'm very dry skinned. So I typically use a moisturizer after it, which you guys know I have several moisturizers that I love. I love my DermaQuest moisturizers. Those are still some of my very, very favorite moisturizers. I love my Biocomplex from Belay. That's another great moisturizer. I have several that I really, really love, but if you are not super dry, you could probably use the Super Hydrator as your hydrator serum and also as your moisturizer. So the premise behind these is they're kind of multitasking, multifunctional products that sort of do everything. They cover your antioxidants, they cover your vitamin C, they cover your humectants, they cover your retinoids, all of it. And there's no irritation, at least not for me. I've gotten only positives, nothing negative. It's been really, really fantastic. I use these in the morning. Now, the other thing that I have added back into my morning since I did my morning routine is my DNA repair enzymes. Now, I was just using these at night because I was really, really trying to simplify down my morning routine to as little as I could possibly do, which is probably more than other people do. And if you haven't seen my AM routine, I will link it. But I had to add a couple things back in because I missed them. And one of them is DNA repair enzymes. Now, this is my favorite. It's by Photozyme. I did just do a video on DNA repair, and I will link that also. There are other products on the market that are also great. In fact, almost every single product that I tried when I was testing all of the DNA repair enzymes, all of them were good in some way. My skin just happened to love this one the most. It did not irritate my skin, and I thought it made my skin look better. And I just really like it a lot. So I've been using this at night. Well, I've done some additional research since I did my video on DNA repair, and I had the opportunity to speak with an incredibly amazing doctor who is basically one of the pioneers of DNA repair. And I realized in having a discussion with him that I really should be using this in the morning as well as at night, not just at night. So I have reincorporated the Photozyme back into my morning routine. I simply put it on after I do my resurfacing compound, and that's how I'm getting that in. It really does help to protect your skin from damage. And something that he said that was really, it had a profound effect on me, is that when you have damage from, years and years and years ago, it isn't necessarily that damage that you need to be worried about for, let's say, skin cancer or, that kind of thing. What that old damage does that's even more detrimental is it suppresses our immune response. So when you are currently being damaged, your body's immune response is suppressed and more susceptible to developing cancer now. Now, I'm not saying that anybody's claiming to cure cancer or anything like that. The point is about protection. So we all have done, or at least if you're like me in your late 40s, we've done things in our younger years that caused damage. We just did, just by existing, we did. And so what DNA repair enzymes can do is they can help to improve our immune response to the onslaught of damage that is currently happening to us, along, of course, with sunscreen. So that is a huge favorite. And if you didn't catch that video, definitely check it out. I think it is a very, very important subject that should be shared. The next product that has blown me away, and I was using it before my last favorites video, but I wasn't quite ready to share about it, has been this product by Prima Skin. Now, this was recommended to me by one of my Facebook members in my private Facebook group. This is my second bottle. It is a spray bottle. Let's see if I can show you guys. It's a spray bottle. I don't want to spray it because I don't want to get it all over the camera or anything like that. What is in this is, first of all, glutathione. So glutathione is a profound antioxidant, but it also can help with pigment. Then there's also NAC. NAC is a precursor to glutathione and helps you to produce your own glutathione more efficiently. Then there are other, amino acids and hydrators, etc. in this juice. It is jam-packed with stuff that is going to help with your texture, with the brightness of your skin. It kind of reminds me of this resurfacing compound, only it's got some different things in there. So I find this to be a fantastic complement. So what I've been doing is I have been doing my exact AM routine like I showed you in my AM routine, only now what I'm doing is I do my droplet first, like always, and then after I get out of the shower, and then I am spraying with the Prima Skin. And I'm telling you, it is such a cool product. I'm so thankful for my Facebook group where I also get recommendations. In fact, the resurfacing compound was a recommendation from my friend Sherry in the Facebook group. And I went out and got it because she said, there's only been one product that's really, really changed my skin that I've tried recently. and it was this one, and I was like, wait, what? And so I went and bought it, and she was totally right. It is an amazing product, so thank you, Sherry. Then this one was recommended to me, and I wish I could remember the person who recommended this product. I need to go back and search through my Facebook group. But again, this is a product that I've been using for months now and really, really enjoying. I love the fact that it's basically an essence and it's in a spray. So it's very, very easy to use. I use this morning and night, and I find that it's just another multitasking way to get some really great antioxidants, retexturizers, and brightening ingredients into your skincare. So that is Prima Skin. Next thing, two more kind of essence type things. This one is actually by Manyo Factory, and it is their Bifida ampule. Now, I have actually gone through one whole of these spray bottles and repurchased this. Then I decided to go ahead and buy this big Mama Jamma so that I can refill this spray bottle and not continue to buy multiples of this. Basically what this is it is a Bifida ferment lysate essence. Now, the reason why I think that this is super, super cool, I've been talking about Bifida for a very, very long time. Bifida ferment lysate is the star ingredient in Estee Lauder's Advanced Night Repair. And I've been using that since my 20s. So they had a patent, Estee Lauder had a patent on the Bifida complex in their Advanced Night Repair. Well, that patent has been up now for quite a while. So you will see lots and lots and lots of brands come out with their version of Bifida products. The cool thing about Bifida ferment lysate is that it is potentially one of the things that we can find in products that can help with DNA repair. So when we are talking about DNA repair enzymes, a lot of the ingredients that are doing that are ingredients that are fermented or plankton derived or Bifida derived. And so I'm really, really down the rabbit hole of DNA repair with Bifida ferment lysate, which is really, really cool. It is a probiotic in skincare, and whether or not it affects the microbiome of your skin, I'm not 100% sure. I do know that it's brightening and it is hydrating for me. But what interests me the most is its potential in that DNA repair. The way that I've been using this is before I go to the gym in the morning, I would usually just get up and go. I would get up, I'd have my cup of coffee, and I would go to the gym. What I've been doing since kind of learning that the Bifida is the repair ingredient in the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair, and pulling this out and going, hey, I have lots of Bifida, but I have one specifically in a toner form, is I've been taking this when I wake up in the morning, I've been putting it on a cotton round, and I've just been simply, wiping down my face before I go to the gym. And then I still come back and everything else is the same. And I'm just kind of trying to assess if getting some Bifida into my skincare routine is going to improve, improve my skin, improve my barrier, improve the brightness, the texture, the hydration, all of that stuff. So I have been loving this. Like I said, I went through this is my second one of the spray. And then I just went ahead and bought the big guy so that I can do some refilling. But if you don't know a lot about Bifida, I will definitely do a deeper dive on it. But I think that it is one of those ingredients that we all should be talking about. Same with plankton. And I said that in, maybe an Instagram post. I was talking about how, DNA repair enzymes are not inexpensive. They are relatively expensive. And I know that for a lot of people, that's just out of their budget. So it's important to me to try and find the ingredients that maybe can help do that won't break the bank. And I think Bifida is one of the things that we can incorporate into our skincare routine that can help with DNA repair and can help with the hydration and our barrier function. Bifida. Okay, so moving right along, I have to share this one because it was so cool, but Sukoyaka Suhada. You guys know, if you've been here for a while, I have talked about this for years. It is a Urea moisture essence. So super, super watery. I mean, you can see it's super watery. I don't even know how many of these I've gone through. Seriously, I don't know how many of these I've gone through over the years. I love this stuff so much. It is like a water. You just pat it into your skin. It isn't as hydrating. I always get this question. It is not as hydrating as the Hada Labo Premium. That is much thicker and much more hydrating and almost a little bit sticky in my opinion. I love it, but it's almost a little bit sticky. This just soaks right into your skin and slightly hydrates it and kind of gives your skin just this preparation for the rest of your skincare. I want to share this with you again because it was gone. It was gone for a long time. Could not find it. And I had previously actually ordered it wholesale and I had this in clinic for my clients. That's how much I loved this. And when I sent an email to my wholesale contact, it got bounced back to me and I thought, oh my gosh, it's gone. Like it is discontinued, it's gone. Well, it just came back on Amazon and I came across it while I was on shopping for Prime Day and I'm like, it's here. So I ordered one and I want to share it with you because I know there are a lot of you out there who miss it also and thought it was gone and it's back. And I am so excited that it's back. And anyway, that's the Sukoyaka Suhada Urea Moisture Essence, a beautiful, beautiful, lightweight, hydrating essence. It will not replace your moisturizer. It will not replace a serum. It is just a first essence that will ever so slightly hydrate your skin and prep it for the rest of your skincare. And I find that it leaves my skin perfectly just lightweight, layered hydration. Beautiful. And I've loved it for years and years and years. Okay, last skincare thing is going to be my favorite mask I've been using all summer is still going to be my Elemis Peptide4 mask. And this tube is the same tube I've been talking about, and I use this once or twice a week. It will last forever. What is so special about this is that it has that fulvic acid in there. So it has all these trace minerals that help to brighten and help to encourage the other ingredients in whatever product that you use penetrate your skin better. They help everything in here penetrate better. And they help to nourish your skin, brighten your skin, and honestly balance the oil and kind of just give you this really glowy, balanced, almost a soft matte look. And I say that as a dry skinned person, it's a beautiful soft matte look, like a bright, hydrated, soft matte look. And what it does for your skin is just remarkable. It's a really, really good mask. So that is the Elemis Peptide4 1000 Flower Mask that you have heard me talk about ad nauseum. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about some sunscreen. Now, I have 3 sunscreens, facial sunscreens, that I have been using so far this summer. Now, the first one is going to be, of course, my Neova Silc Sheer. I'm not going to go on and on. I know I talk about this one all the time. I think it is lovely. Now, this is the one that has the DNA repair enzymes in the sunscreen. Now, what that's going to do is it's just going to help to boost your sunscreen protection, okay? It is going to help mitigate the damaging effects of the sun in the moment. It is tinted, and when you see it, it looks quite yellow, but somehow it does blend into the skin without looking so yellow once you've blended it all the way in. In fact, I would say that if you are someone who has a little bit of redness, this would be absolutely beautiful for counteracting that redness. However, if you don't have redness, it's not going to leave you looking totally sallow. I find that it really performs well under makeup, and it's easy to use enough of this sunscreen and not look cakey. You don't have to use less so that you don't look cakey. It really, really performs well. I love that it has a pump on a tube. I just think that that kind of packaging is really nice. So that is the Neova Silc Sheer. And this one is octinoxate 3%, titanium dioxide 3%, and zinc oxide 9%. So important to know, this is a hybrid combination sunscreen. So it is mineral and it is also chemical sunscreen. So that's the Neova Silc Sheer. The second sunscreen that I've been using, and I've been using this for quite a while because it was sent to me before it was launched last month, and that is the Dermatology. This is their new physical sunscreen. You guys, I got sent this, I don't know, maybe a month in advance of the launch, and I had to contain my excitement because it is absolutely beautiful. If you are somebody who's looking for an all mineral sunscreen, this one is really great. It kind of imparts a glow on your skin, but it's also kind of a soft matte. It's a really trippy finish and it's very, very pretty. And I could see where it could appeal to a wide range of skin types. So it would not make an oily skin person look super, super, greasy, and it would not make a dry skin person look too dry. It's a very, very nice concept. It does have a bit of a glow and it is tinted. The tint is quite neutral. You'll see that's the tint. It's quite neutral. I would say it is about 1/4 of a shade lighter than their original universal tinted moisturizer. So the universal tinted moisturizer is one that I have talked about on this channel and talked about. I love it. It is one of my all-time favorite sunscreens. It is an SPF of 46, but it is a hybrid. That one has both the zinc and titanium dioxide, and it also has the octinoxate. This one is just zinc and titanium dioxide, no chemical filters in there whatsoever, and it is an SPF of 44. It is beautiful. You could definitely, if it matches your skin tone or it's close, this could double as a foundation for sure. It's not heavy in any way, but it evens out the complexion and it's very, very pretty. So that is the Dermatology Physical Tinted Moisturizer SPF 44. The last sunscreen that I have been using a ton is by Evie, and you guys are going to see a full dedicated video to this particular sunscreen. This is a Swedish sunscreen. It is a mousse. I have shared this on Instagram and I think I've shared it here also, but I love this so much. Now, it's not that easy to get your hands on here in the United States. There is a website. I will link in the description box. It's not affiliate, but there is a website where you can get this if you are in the United States. You have to buy it in bulk. You have to buy like 6 cans of sunscreen to get them to ship it here. So, it's not that easy, but if you live in Europe, this is absolutely glorious. I've been using this now for a few months and I have noticed that my hyperpigmentation has gotten better even though we're in the summer. I think it's using these sunscreens that are doing a job that is better than normal. The Silc Sheer that I've been using for several months, the Evie, and then I just started using really in the last month, the Dermatology. But I really think that going above and beyond with the sun protection has helped me not wind up like I do almost every summer with extra hyperpigmentation, like more than normal, that I have to correct in the fall. Let's move into makeup. First, I want to share with you the 2 foundations that I've been using pretty much exclusively this summer has been my Ilia. And if you have dry skin, you should give this foundation a shot. It is a serum. I know I've shared it before. You guys, this is probably my 4th bottle of this. I kind of have a few different shades. I love it so much. This is actually shade 11 and it is tan for me. But I like it because the consistency of it is this serum that leaves your skin nice and dewy, and it kind of lets some of your skin shine through, but in a really, really good way. It definitely gives you this overall kind of polished canvas that's dewy and glowy without being greasy, but it also lets your skin shine through. It is absolutely beautiful. It is an SPF of 40, and I find that this is one of the best summertime foundations if you are dry. Now, I would say that if you're oily, this might be too much in the summertime. And if you're combo, you'd probably want to get a sample of it and try it out. But if you are dry, this is a dry skin person's dream. It literally leaves your skin with that glow like you don't have dry skin. It's very, very pretty. A lot of people talk about how they don't know if they like the scent. And for me, I love it. It almost smells like vanilla Play-Doh or something, and I just love it. It's like this a delectable scent to me. Now, the other one that I've been wearing a bunch is actually by Dermablend. This is their CC cream, and this one is an SPF of 50. Although I don't ever rely on the SPF in my foundation, but I do find that it's a really, really nice kind of additional layer on top of my sunscreens. Just, it might catch anywhere that I missed with my initial sunscreen application. And I just think it's great. If you are somebody who doesn't mind SPF in your foundations, then it's not a bad idea. I know not everybody loves to get SPF in their foundation. They don't like it. but if you don't mind it, it's not a bad idea. Now, this CC cream from Dermablend, it definitely has more coverage than the Ilia, and it is not as dewy. It isn't matte in any way, but it's just very, very skin-like, and it doesn't take a ton of it to give really beautiful coverage. I'm wearing it today, and it's definitely the one that I pull for if I want a little more coverage and I want a little bit less dewiness. That's this one, and it is beautiful. What I will say about this is that I think that the color range on the medium side, and lighter runs a tiny, tiny bit light. When I first bought this, I picked it up in the shade 30, which normally 30 would be almost a little bit tan for me in most lines. And I had to go back and get a 37. This is 37 neutral, 37N, and it actually matches me quite well. So if you're somebody who's gonna have to order this online and you're wondering, about the shade range, I definitely would say, err on the, move up a shade if you're not sure. So this is what 37N looks like right here. If you can see, that is not super dark. It's not like it's real orangey or anything. That was the tiniest swipe, you guys. And look at what it just did to that half of my hand. It's really a beautiful coverage without being cakey. And it leaves you with this super duper skin-like finish. It kind of gives you a little bit of pore reduction and refinement. It's really, really pretty, and it wears really well. I mean, I can definitely put it on and my skin still looks very similar to when I put it on, 6, 7, 8 hours later. It's really cool. And that is in the summertime heat and humidity and all of that stuff. So that's the Dermablend CC. Okay, 2 things I have shared before in makeup, but I want to share them again because these are perfect for summertime, and that is the by Terry Ombre Blackstar sticks. Now, I have them in 2 colors. I've shared these before, and I just want to share them again because they're perfect for summertime. I use one of these almost every day. Now, one of them is called Misty Rock, and the other one is called Bronze Moon. Same colors I've literally used for years and years and years. So they look like this. One of them is very bronzy, that's this one, and one of them is very kind of mauve-y bronzy. I will give you guys a quick swatch. What I love about these is that you can swipe them on and then you can blend them in with your fingers and they just look gorgeous. If you swipe them on and you barely tap them out with your fingers, you can get more opacity. If you really blend them out with your fingers, you get a sheer wash of this beautiful, long-lasting color. One of these sticks lasts a long time, like a long time. I can use them underneath as an eyeliner. In a pinch, they are everything. They can be a complete look. They are so, so pretty. So they look like this, and I'll show you when you do this, they really blend out into this gorgeous color. I know that they probably look really similar on camera, but they aren't. One of them is definitely quite a bit more sort of mauve platinum, and then the other one is more of a bronzy platinum. I seriously have loved these for years and years and years. I mean, I want to say like 8 years I've been wearing these, and they're just gorgeous. Just a one and done, fast makeup, kind of in a pinch if you want to get ready fast. Or if you just don't want to spend a bunch of time on your makeup and you want something really quick and easy that looks really beautiful, those are fantastic. Okay, we're gonna move on to hair. Now, I only have a couple things for hair. The first thing is interesting because it started out as a fail and it is now a favorite, and I will tell you why. But it is the Sica Plasma Keras. I picked this up also at the Sephora sale. And I was super excited to try this out for multiple reasons. It says that it's for blondes, and because it's kind of purple, I thought maybe it would do a little bit of kind of yellow correction in the blonde, and it doesn't do that, so just so you know. But when I first used it, I noticed that no matter how I seemed to, how much I used or how I really worked it into my hair, I was careful, I ended up with parts of my hair that were greasy. Like I just could not figure out how to make it work without looking greasy. So I put it in, under the sink kind of thing. Well, then I ran out of one of my all-time favorite products, which is by Sunbum, and it's their 3-in-1 hair leave-in conditioner. You guys have heard me talk about that one. That is an all-time hair favorite. I ran out of it. And I thought, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Because that one's almost like a spray lotion. I put some of this into that bottle along with some water, and I shook it really well. And I used it kind of like I used the Sunbum. And I loved it. So what I think is the key to this one is distributing the product evenly in your hair and not getting too much in one spot, which that's kind of how you're supposed to use it, is with the pump. You put it, it's kind of hard to not overuse it in one spot unless you make it into a spray. And then when you make it into a spray, not only does this go a lot longer because you're mixing it like, I don't know, I probably mix a 1/10, and the rest of it is water in the bottle. And then that bottle lasts me quite a while before I have to make up a whole nother bottle. It's really, really beautiful. You can get a really great blowout. If you have dry, frizzy hair, if you have color treated hair, this might be something worth trying, especially because you can make one of these pretty expensive bottles go a long time. I imagine this will last me a year using it the way that I'm now using it. And because I don't use a ton of it in that bottle, and then that bottle goes for a long time. So this became a favorite definitely from a fail, just by changing the way that I use it. So that is the Keras Blonde Absolute Sica Plasma. It's a leave-in conditioner. I'll link it in the description box, of course. The next thing for hair, you guys, is, you know that I love my bedhead dryer brush. I've talked about this so much. I've shared it on Instagram. It is honestly a game changer. After being a hairstylist for well over a decade, I mean, we're moving in on, I started hair school in 2003. So, I mean, it has been 18 years since I started doing hair. And that is one of the tools, seriously, that is right up there with a flat iron as far as ingenuity and making life easier and making your hair look good. It is so fantastic. The problem with that one for me is that I have short hair, you know, up here, my bang area, and it's quite big. And so I wanted that same thing, but I needed a smaller barrel. I actually was going to purchase the Dry Bar. It's a version of that, and it's round and it's slightly smaller, and it's like $150. It's not cheap, and it does get really good reviews, and it looks like it's a really, really good dryer. Except for then I came across this one from Hot Tools, and Hot Tools is a brand that I've used a bunch in salon and at home, so I'm very familiar with it. But it looks like this, okay? So same kind of thing, right? I have to tell you that the handle on this is better than all of them, because it's a material that isn't slippery at all, which is actually kind of nice. It's kind of grippy, which I really, really appreciate, because I hate using curling irons and any of these blow dryers or whatever, and they're slippery, and so you can't grip a hold of them. So this one has a really nice, you know, handle. So there's that. But what sets this one apart is that the top is interchangeable. And I was so excited by that, because the first one that it comes with is the same size as my bed head, okay? I didn't need another one of those. But what I liked about it was, at that price, I can buy, there are different attachments that I can buy for this, and I can take this apart and take those attachments if I travel, etc. Because the truth is, I was gonna need the bed head one for that size, and I was gonna need a separate one for the smaller size. So now I have one for both sizes. And I believe that there is actually even another attachment that is like a flat paddle brush kind of thing. Like the one from Bedhead, this part in here is metal right there. And so what that means is you can actually use this when your hair is dry. And the reason why I like that is that on days like today, for example, I didn't want to completely rewash my hair and redo my hair and all of that after I went to the gym. I just lifted weights. I didn't really need to wash my hair. I took a shower, but I didn't need to wash my hair. But my hair didn't look good enough to be presentable. What I can do is I can actually touch it up with this blow dryer, and it turns out really, really nice without having to wet my hair or wash my hair and all of that kind of stuff. So these blow dryer brushes are a huge, huge favorite because they've just made my life so much easier and they've made my hair look so much better on the regular, for sure. But this one to me was kind of ingenious and I wish I'd come across it first because I would have just gotten this and the various attachments and been one and done. So I wanted to share that one with you guys also. Now, I do have a fail, you guys, and I ordered these, bought these with my own money. I was asked to check them out and they are by Beauty Hack. Now I saw these on Instagram, I believe, and I also had some people ask me if I would review them and they actually look really, really cool, right? And they come with really nice packaging. You flip this and you squeeze it. The product comes out with this kind of cool tip and you can do lymphatic drainage and you can do facial massage with this. The problem for me is that the product actually kind of dried out my skin. I did not find that it left me luminous or glowy or anything. As soon as it started to dry down, my skin looked worse. And same with the one for the eye. I didn't find that it improved my skin in any way. When I was putting it on, it felt really good. And in that moment, my skin looked really good while the product was still wet because I looked dewy in that second. But then as the product dried and then over the course of the rest of the day, my skin just looked drier and drier. And I knew it was from this because I've been using the same thing otherwise quite a bit during the day. I haven't changed up my daily routine a ton. So unfortunately for me, these were fails and they were really, really expensive. So they were an expensive fail, unfortunately. So those are all of my favorites. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful summer. I will be back with another favorites probably in early September, maybe late August. I'm always gonna try and give it a couple of months so that I have time to test things and discover new things and then be able to report back in a favorites video. I do hope that you're having a wonderful day and I'll talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.